Okay, sorry about that. That ought to have cleared up the issues I was having earlier. Normally, whenever we're streaming and you guys type in a message to the chat, there'll be a line of text that scrolls from the bottom right for us. And I don't know what happened, but it seemed to have gotten stuck there. And normally, after a while, it'll stop displaying, but a second ago it got bugged out and wouldn't stop displaying, and so I had a chunk of the screen where I couldn't see anything. But that seems to have gone away. So let me go ahead and reset our stream and then we'll get going with the ending. This is just as well because now we can focus mainly on the ending in this video. Whereas before, we had like a good solid chunk of the previous quest. And I guess if you guys want to focus more on that side of the game, you guys can, as well as some of the dialogue. This will just make it easier for people who are watching later on to quickly skip over to the end and the final battle. Anyway, now that we're all here back again once more, let's continue. Actually, let me redo that little chunk with... Ah, crap. Did I skip over it? I think I did. I wanted to go over the options for what's his face. Because if I load back in, there we go. Actually, no, what the heck? Okay, maybe that didn't work out. I wanted to go over some of the other decisions that we could do with Samson before we got kind of distracted. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, so what happened here is that save captured everything but the build up to Samson. So let me go ahead and run through these back again once more. This is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So I'm going to quickly run back through these war table operations. I'm not going to read through them. We're just going to quickly complete them. This doesn't matter who we send.
Inquisitor.
Josephine doesn't do anything much.
Let's see what we have.
We'll send Liliana, and then over here, I think we needed Liliana, right? Yeah, in order to move on to the next one, we need Liliana.
Letters are pouring in from all
Let me do this for just a quick moment. Can't believe we have to run through this a second time. Big reminder, though, that this game is barely being held by duct tape.
Inquisitor.
Alrighty. Let's skip over another couple more days and we will get done with this. And then for this last one, doesn't matter who we send.
Let's see what we have.
I was hoping that one would offer more. Unfortunately not. Okay, there we go. That's everything on the table. Now let's go back to Samson. Let me just fix this real quick, and hopefully nothing goes wrong this time. Alrighty. Josephine, you have nothing else to say, right?
Yes.
No.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
And now let's make a save, so we don't screw things over again once more.
Forgive me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Josephine, as you might expect. Knight Templar Samson, General to Corypheus, traitor to the Order. The blood on his hands cannot be measured. His head is too valuable to take. Kirkwall, Orlais, many would see him suffer. I can't say I'm not one of them.
Judging him will affect as many as his crimes. I won't take it lightly.
The Red Lyrium will steal your vengeance. You know what it does. Corypheus only delayed my corruption.
Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order, used them to kill thousands.
Templars have always been used. How many were left to rot like I was, after the Chantry burned away their minds? Piss on it. I followed him, so Templars could at least die at their best. Same lie as the Chantry. The Prophet just isn't as pretty.
Is it me, or does he have the same voice actor as Fenris? He sounds similar. But yeah, if you want that extra dialogue option, choose Maddox.
I found your people. They believed in you. Believed your cause was righteous.
Not your business, Inquisitor.
Your friend Maddox was so loyal, he killed himself. For you.
They were always going to die. I saw what Corypheus was doing. So yes, I fed them hope instead of despair. I made them believe their pain had purpose. Just like the Chantry does. Right, Commander? It ended as well as anything else I've done. Corypheus would kill me on sight. I'll tell your people what they want. Everything I cared about is destroyed.
Okay, now we can run through the various options. This one we're gonna take, but let's run over the other ones. We can send Samson back to Kirkwall, or we can exile him. Or, we can just imprison him. That'll work just as well. Despite all that, the only one that provides any benefit to us, besides just the various outcomes, is this one, having Dagna study him. You'll receive some corruption runes in exchange. But I think we're well into a fair portion of the game that we don't really need this option. In that case, what are we to do then? Let's pick this one. Again, you guys have already probably seen which allies approve of this. I think Cole, Solas, and Iron Bull approves, and Vivian and Blackwall. Only Sarah and Varric approve of this one. A number of allies disapprove of this one. I guess no one likes it if we let him go. And if we imprison him, only Sarah approves of this. This one is interesting, though. I would like to see what happens. But let's give him over to Cullen.
Very well. Samson, you will spend your remaining years serving the Inquisition. Cullen will be your handler. Perhaps he can get something useful out of you.
I doubt the commander believes there's anything worthy left in me.
You're not wrong, but you served something greater than yourself once. Perhaps you can be made to remember that.
Oh, I forgot to add. Once you've given him over to Cullen, you can find Cullen and speak to him afterwards. Let's do that. It'll be nice if we had some sort of ladder here. Well, in any case,
Your worship.
let's head up over here, up the stairs. We'll talk to Cullen, and then we can progress the next story bit.
Samson took everything from those Templars. He corrupted their souls, twisted them into everything they stood against, everything they would have hated.
I know the Red Templars fight for Corypheus, but I feel sorry for them.
They're barely human. He knew what he was doing. He dares speak as though it were a mercy? The man's a monster. I pray his information is useful. His life is good for little else.
Samson is everything you say, but it's over. You have to let this go.
Over for us, perhaps. For Samson. Not for those still controlled by Corypheus. The Red Templars needed to be torn down. We've broken Corypheus's army. I might have known some of them. If my life had gone differently, I might have been one of them. Do you ever wonder what would have happened if you had not been at the Conclave? If you'd never become the Inquisitor?
Sometimes. My life would be less complicated, less dangerous.
Or it could be worse. There would still be chaos, and that was meant to sound comforting. I can see how it wouldn't. At all. You've led us this far. Many owe you their lives. Whether or not the Maker sent you, you were needed here. I do not like having that mirror, Illuvian, in Skyhold. Corypheus may not be able to travel through it, but what if something else can?
I don't think Morrigan would keep it here if that were true.
Yes. Morrigan said as much when I asked her.
Oh?
She said I was unreasonable, then offered to explain how the Illuvian works using words with less than 4 syllables.
Ah.
The Circle had a library. I'm fairly well read.
Right.
I'm not unreasonable.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Just because Cullen is a soldier doesn't mean he's stupid. I mean, he wouldn't be our advisor if he was. I'm going to take one final look down here in the dungeons. Did we leave anyone down here? I haven't been in here in a while. But after that, we can finally go talk to What's-Her-Face.
No one to watch over, your worship. We either have many friends, or you've made short work of enemies.
Well, I guess if you decided to imprison some of your enemies, they'll be down here. In the cold, in the dark. I mean, there are at least like 3 cells, or 4. So 4 plus the other 3 makes 7. 7 possible enemies you can jail. Or if you're truly a jerk, you can kill them all. Alright, that is going to be everyone. Let's make a save and progress the next story bit. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. That's the war room. Where did Morrigan go?
Inquisitor, thank the Maker you're here. Morrigan chased after her son into the Illuvian. She was terrified.
She was chasing Kieran?
She said he activated the mirror somehow, and then she ran into it. I've never seen Morrigan like that. You must go after her. I will find help, Inquisitor.
Or, you know, you could just come with us. No one ever wants to do any work around here.
Wait. This isn't the crossroads. This is the Fade. How did the Illuvian
Ooh, this is where things get exciting. Why are we in the Fade? This is the second time we've been down in here. Unlike the first time, though, be thankful that we don't have any combat. I don't think there are.
Morgan! Go back. I must find Kieran before it's too late. Why would Kieran do this? How could he do this? We stand in the Fade. To direct the Illuvian here would require immense power. If he is lost to me now after all I have sacrificed...
We'll find him, Morgan. He can't be far.
The Fade is infinite. He could literally be anywhere. Whatever happens to him now, 'tis my doing. I set him on this path. Please, help me look, Inquisitor. Just a little longer.
I'm doing pretty well. How's it going with you tonight? Alright. Morgan's son is missing and we need to find him. But why is he in the Fade? And why are we in the Fade? These are some very important questions. And we have to find them before it's too late. There are spirits all around and that crazy red lyrium. Thankfully, we don't have to worry too much about combat. Nothing's attacking us here. Believe it or not. There are no demons. No spirits. No enemies. But there is still equipment lying around. Man, what's up with all these weird and creepy statues? Impressive. I have never beaten those games, and what the heck is going on?
That's... No. It can't be.
Looks like some sort of evil gremlin.
Mother!
So this is all some kind of family reunion.
Mother, daughter, grandson. It rather warms the heart, does it not?
Kieran is not your grandson. Let him go.
As if I were holding the boy hostage. She's always been ungrateful, you see.
Ungrateful! I know how you plan to extend your life, wicked crone. You will not have me, and you will not have my son.
That's quite enough. You'll endanger the boy.
What have you done to me?
I have done nothing. You drank from the well of your own volition.
You are Mythal.
Can't be Mythal. That's not possible.
Explain to me, dear girl, why I cannot be what I am.
Mythal was the goddess of justice. I've seen the statues. She...
Was one of the people. Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry, Mother. I heard her calling to me. She said now was the time.
I do not understand.
Once I was but a woman, crying out in the lonely darkness for justice. And she came to me, a wisp of an ancient being, and she granted me all I wanted and more. I have carried Mythal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
Then, you carry Mythal inside you.
She is a part of me, no more separate than your heart from your chest. You hear the voices of the well, girl. What do they say?
They say you speak the truth.
But what was Mythal? A legend given name and called a god? Or something more? Truth is not the end, but a beginning. So young and vibrant, you do the people proud and have come far. As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
I know the name Flemeth. My people call you Asha Belinar, the woman of many years, and speak of your legend. It says long ago you left your husband for a lover. Your husband then tricked you, killed your lover, and imprisoned you. Then a spirit came to offer you vengeance. Mythal, that's what you spoke of.
One day someone will summarize the terrible events of your life so quickly. But yes, I was that woman. That is how my tale began.
Flemeth appears in other legends, helping heroes for reasons of her own.
I nudge history when it's required. Other times, a shove is needed.
If Mythal is a part of you, why haven't you helped us? We've called to you, prayed to you.
What was could not be changed.
What about now? You know so much.
You know not what you ask, child.
Why did Mythal come to you?
For a reckoning that will shake the very heavens.
And you follow her whims. Do you even know what she truly is?
You seek to preserve the powers that were, but to what end? It is because I taught you, girl. Because things happened that were never meant to happen. She was betrayed as I was betrayed, as the world was betrayed. Mythal clawed and crawled her way through the ages to me, and I will see her avenged! Alas, so long as the music plays, we dance.
So you lured us here. What do you want?
One thing, and one thing only.
I have to go now, Mother.
No. I will not allow it.
He carries a piece of what once was, snatched from the jaws of darkness. You know this.
He is not your pawn, Mother. I will not let you use him.
Have you not used him? Was that not your purpose? The reason you agreed to his creation?
That was then. Now he is my son. Flemeth extends her life by possessing the bodies of her daughters, Inquisitor. That was the fate she intended for me. I thwarted her, and now she intends to have Kieran instead.
Wait, the way she talked about Kieran...
I am not the only one carrying the soul of a being long thought lost.
He is more than that, Mother.
As am I. Yet you hear me complain. Our destinies are not so easily avoided, dear girl.
Mother, I have to.
You do not belong to her, Kieran. Neither of us do.
If Kieran is so special, why did you wait until now to come for him?
I did not know where he was. Morrigan cleverly hid him from me. Until now.
It was the well.
Always grasping beyond your reach, despite all that I taught you. How refreshing to see my lovely daughter so obedient.
If she did not have this hold over me,
Then you would do something even more foolish. In this place, my power is greater than yours. Do not tempt me further.
Kieran,
As you wish. Hear my proposal, dear girl. Let me take the lad, and you are free of me forever. I will never interfere with or harm you again. Or keep the lad with you, and you will never be safe from me. I will have my due.
he returns with me.
Decided so quickly.
Do whatever you wish. Take over my body now if you must, but Kieran will be free of your clutches. I am many things, but I will not be the mother you were to me.
No more dreams?
No more dreams. A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me. Listen to the voices. They will teach you, as I never did.
Wait! Are you all right, Kieran? You are not hurt?
I feel lonely.
She wanted the old god soul all along. Is it worth reminding myself that perhaps I do not know everything after all? My mother has the soul of an elven goddess, or whatever Mythal truly was, and her plans are unknown to me.
You truly had no idea what she was?
I knew she kept the truth from me. I even suspected she was not truly human, but this... I always thought the so-called elven gods were little more than glorified rulers, but now... I have doubt. And doubt is... an uncomfortable thing, Inquisitor. Just be thankful you did not drink from the well. I am evidently tied to my mother for eternity.
And here you can see why we chose that option instead. I think it's more fitting.
Kieran had the soul of an old god.
Taken from the archdemon at the final battle of the Fifth Blight. Yes, he has never known anything else. I'm uncertain what effect this will have on him.
But why did you...
I told you at the temple, the magic of old must be preserved, no matter how feared. Kieran had a destiny, and now it is in Flemeth's hands. I suppose we shall see what she does with it.
Also, fun story. If you chose to kill the archdemon and destroy it entirely, Kieran doesn't have this history.
For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing.
Did I? She was testing me, and I cannot tell whether I passed. Now we must prepare to face Corypheus himself. It seems Mother was right. The voices of the well tell me I will be able to match his dragon. All that remains is for you to find him.
There is a lot going on. More than I can explain in just this brief moment.
I went to Warden Loghain to give my respects. He knew me. He even remembered my name. Best commander this world will ever know. Your worship.
Alright. It's at this point that we can go through with the final battle.
Your worship. Farewell. Make her go with you.
I am going to make one final round about the castle, make sure we've spoken to everyone, and then we'll begin the end.
Mother must be very pleased. If I see her again, I will have no choice but to do every single thing she commands. I feel certain what happened at the Temple of Mythal must somehow have been her influence.
You might be right.
'Twas a temple dedicated to her after all. Is it a coincidence we ended up there? There must be a connection we cannot see. I suppose we have little choice but to proceed and be thankful she assisted us at all.
Do you trust what Flemeth told us?
About what she is? I am uncertain. I knew there was more to her than I realized, that she was not truly human. This? I once found her grimoire, and that was where I learned her immortality was gained by stealing the bodies of her daughters. Flemeth claims I misunderstood. It is not forced on the unwilling. Meaning I might agree to such a thing? Impossible, yet there seemed an undeniable sense of truth to the things she told us. All my years spent hunting for arcane mysteries, and the greatest was the one I left behind.
So what do you intend to do now?
Once Corypheus is defeated, I will take Kieran and leave. Where I will go is uncertain. I must consider the fact that Flemeth may yet have plans for me. I am, after all, her servant. Such a delight. Yet we must now consider the coming battle. I hope all I learned from the well proves worthwhile.
I'd like to know more about you.
If you have questions, then ask.
I'll leave you to the garden.
As you like.
And that is going to be all the story developments for Morrigan. I forget if she appears in the epilogue. I can't remember off the top of my head.
If you've got questions, I'm your dwarf.
Carry on.
Like I said, we're going to go through and make sure we speak to every single person.
Inquisitor,
I need to know more about Corypheus.
You have waylaid all his other plans. Now, as a petulant child, he will destroy... Goodbye.
We've heard that before.
Questions.
I should go.
As you wish.
But yeah, this is your point of no return for the main story.
I will see he gets it.
Make sure to do all of your companion quests.
Morrigan seems pleased with herself for some reason. That smug face. She becomes more and more like her mother each day. Don't tell her I said that.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your work.
Another fun fact about Flemeth. We killed her before. Yes, literally, we killed her. And yet, she always finds a way back into the story. I wonder if we'll see more of her in the sequel. I wouldn't count her out.
Far be it for me to suggest a training adjustment.
I expected ruins.
They were. As you see, the Inquisition has not been idle.
Would it be possible to meet the Herald before we return to Ghislaine?
My dear Laurent, for you, anything. Allow me to present Inquisitor Llewellyn.
Your worship, you do us great honor.
Inquisitor, this is my dear Bastien's sister, Grand Cleric Marceline, and his son, Duke Laurent of the Council of Heralds.
Madame de Fer has told us what great trials you faced, trying to save my poor brother's life.
The Maker called my father to his side. It was valiant of you to champion him in his final hours.
If only I'd been able to save Bastien.
The Circle of Magi told Bastien many years ago that his illness was incurable. It was simply his time.
Would you mind waiting for me in the chapel, my dears? The Inquisitor and I have business to discuss.
It has been our very great pleasure, Herald.
This has been quite the triumph, hasn't it? They just adore you.
We failed to save Bastien, and you're showing his grieving relatives around Skyhold. How is this a triumph?
We did all we could for my darling Bastien, and the family knows that. Laurent is a dear, almost as pious as his aunt, and new to a seat of great power in the Empire. And Marceline is one of the strongest voices among the Grand Clerics. Now they will both come to us for advice. The Inquisition is truly a power now, and there's no telling how far its influence will reach. But enough of this talk. Here, I have something for you. I commissioned this ring from the Formari, the greatest enchanters in all Thedas, for you.
Wait a minute. I remember something similar happening in another story with a lord and some rings.
And what comes attached to this ring, may I ask?
The friendship of all the Circle, should you need it. Once it was customary for the Circles to craft enchantments for their staunchest friends and allies. And you have been both. I must go to see my guests now. Another time, darling.
Let's never put on that ring. You'll never know if some Dark Lord will come to greet you. Or probably at the very worst, we'll end up like Gollum.
I always have time for you, my dear.
Alright, that one was easily missable if we decided to just go straight through with the final quest. Gotta make sure we exhaust everybody's dialogue.
Hello again.
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the new recruits. Liliana says spies are inevitable, and I agree.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
That line of dialogue will be meaningful for later. Not right now.
Inquisitor?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
We'll talk later.
It's been nice knowing you, Krem.
Man, those serving girls are frisky.
See you later, Paul.
Nice talking with you, boss.
What do you need? That's all that came.
Inquisitor.
I'm sorry.
What's the current mood?
Turgid.
What's the word out there?
Quiet. Too quiet. No, wait. Just quiet enough.
As you were.
Inquisitor.
I kind of like that sort of quiet.
Inquisitor. I refuse to sell to him, to his face.
Alright, so Sarah, Cole, and...
Love seeing you, yeah?
Sarah, Cole, and Cullen. Let's chill out on the roof one last time before we head out.
Sky's pretty, even with that thing. It's got... sky.
What do you mean?
Anything new, Cole?
A cold flame blazes in a robe worth more than children. Protect her, and she consumes you, burning because she can.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
No, I guess not. We'll speak to Cullen, and then... I think Blackwall is the last one.
You are well regarded.
I'm sure I'd be more appreciative if I knew your history.
Perhaps, perhaps not. Knight Enchanter.
At your service.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Okay, Cullen. Blackwall, anything new?
So it's done.
Just about. The little ones in the camps don't have much. I thought this might cheer them up. Even in the midst of war, they deserve to be children.
It's almost time. Are you ready?
I am. I've been ready for a long time. Things become clear on the battlefield. It's where I truly know myself. Everything else fades.
You're content. I'm glad.
I am. There has always been one constant. I am a soldier. I am trained to kill, to follow orders, and to ask no questions. But this time, I'm fighting for something I believe in. The people I care about. I chose to stay with the Inquisition. I chose this fight. And the difference is profound. I have only you to thank. Something on your mind?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
That should be everyone. We spoke to Cassandra, Sarah, Dorian, Blackwall, Cole, Vivian, Solas, and Varric. And also the Iron Bull. Alright guys, I hope you have enjoyed our run through the main story. It's time to wrap things up. But even though we end the main story here, worry not. There's still more adventures to come once we get into the DLC. And we haven't even gotten to the true ending yet. The story doesn't end here. As much as the game would like you to believe it is. Where do we go from here? Where exactly does the final battle take place? Doom upon all the world. With his forces routed, now's the time to find Corypheus before he can recover and force him out into the open. Also, there's a warning. This starts events that lead to the end of the story. You can continue to play the game afterwards, but some content may not be available. Complete any important task before beginning this operation. Well, you heard that here. This is a point of no return. If you're worried about the DLC content, that's going to be open for us to do, though. Don't worry about the Frostback Basin and the Deep Roads. However, you want to explore the Storm Coast if you haven't already. Do all of the hinterlands, and I guess the Falmire as well. Same thing goes for the Exalted Plains, and Priest de Leon.
Has either of you noticed the change in Morrigan? I fear for her.
Fear for her, rather than fearing what she will do. You do care.
I would have concern for anyone who came into contact with that thing.
Same thing goes for the Western Approach and the Hissing Waste, and especially if you haven't done all of the shards for the Forbidden Oasis, do that. You'll get the extra power bonus and the resistance. But since we've already tackled everything before, I think Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts, we can now move forward with the end. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let's do it. This is the final battle.
Did you find what you need, Morrigan?
I can match the Darkspawn Magister's dragon. Yes. As for matching Corypheus, that is up to you, Inquisitor.
Believe me, I know.
Then all that remains is to find Corypheus before he comes to us.
We've been looking for his base since all this began, with no success.
His dragon must come and go from somewhere.
Oh, what about the Deep Roads? We could send word to Orzammar, hire envoys to...
seems Corypheus is not content to wait.
He's in the Valley of Sacred Ashes?
You either close the breach once more, or it swallows the world.
But that's Magnus. Wouldn't it kill him as well?
Inquisitor, we have no forces to send with you. We must wait for them to return from the Arbor Wilds.
Just as Corypheus expects, I suppose.
The game ends where it begins. Back at the breach. Well, choose your final set of characters. Also notice here, Solas has changed his card as well. I think everyone's card has changed. Except for maybe Sarah. Who knows? Anyway. I got my final 3 set. Let's do this. Back to Haven we go.
Tell me, where is your maker now? Call him. Call down his wrath upon me. You cannot, for he does not exist. I am Corypheus. I shall deliver you from this lie in which you linger. Bow before your new god and be spared.
Never!
As you wish. I knew you would come.
It ends here, Corypheus.
And so it shall. You have been most successful in foiling my plans, but let us not forget what you are. A thief in the wrong place, at the wrong time, an interloper, a gnat. We shall prove here, once and for all, which of us is worthy of godhood.
I came here to stop you, Corypheus. Nothing more.
A dragon! How clever of you! It will avail you nothing. You will fall as a warning to those who oppose my divine will.
And so it begins.
I shall sear you from the very heavens.
He's actually pretty strong. And he has tons of resistances. In fact, a lot of the status effects that you were used to using in normal gameplay doesn't affect him. But as you keep damaging him, you have to chase after him.
In my time, we called your people rats. You are nothing. A race of sniveling cowards that shrank before defeat our power.
We have to keep him away from our allies. I mean, we can stand up against him, but Solas and Varric probably won't be able to deal much with all this punishment. And I gotta remind you guys, we have only so many potions. Already we've used up 2 of them. Well, we have a dragon on our side. Okay, we got a potion cache here. Gotta make sure everyone's healed up before we move on.
Feel my wrath shall hold your head before the gates of the Grand Cathedral, Seeker.
We shall see about that.
I will not stand for this outrage.
You didn't think we would end the game without one final dragon fight, right? It's not as bad as the previous dragons we fought. But that's mostly because of plot reasons. Still, don't let your guard down.
Let it end here! Let the skies boil! Let the world be rent asunder!
And here it is. one final battle.
No, I will not allow you this victory. You and all the heathen barbarians shall burn.
And if you still need potions after that last dragon fight, thank goodness the game allows us so many potions for this final battle. Could you imagine if you made it all the way to the very end and then had no way to heal yourself?
And then the fate swallows the world, right?
Well, with our power and our weapons, this fight is a cakewalk.
Not like this. I have walked the halls of the Golden City, crossed the ages. Do not, ancient ones, I beseech you. If you exist, if you ever truly existed, aid me now.
Wanted into the fade. Solas?
The orb.
Are you sure? We could take the pieces, try to...
That would not recover what has been lost.
There's more, isn't there?
It was not supposed to happen this way. No matter what comes, I want you to know that what we had was real.
Inquisitor, are you alive?
Victorious, I see. What a novel result. And it seems the breach is finally closed.
Looks that way.
What do we do now?
We go back to Skyhold.
Not much of an ending, right?
a moment, my lady. My agents have found no trace of Solas. He has simply vanished. If he does not wish to be found, there's likely nothing we can do. But I will keep looking.
I just don't understand. He didn't even say goodbye.
The two of you were close. Perhaps he had no choice. He might return at any moment.
Maybe.
Now that Corypheus has been defeated, we have a moment to stop and celebrate. Afterwards, you will be busy. Every noble in southern Thedas is clamoring to meet you.
The fighting's over. Why do they want to meet me now?
You're joking, yes? They wish to bask in the glory of your victory, hoping that some of it will rub off on them. Everyone knows Empress Celine owes you her life and her throne. 1,000 problems remain, and your opinion will be sought on each one, whether you wish to give it or not.
I don't see what the fuss is about. Corypheus needed to be stopped.
And you are the one who stopped him. Previously, you were an upstart, a Dalish elf leading a band of rebels and heretics. Until Corypheus revealed himself, they could not see the single hand behind the chaos. Once he did, they knew. A Magister and a Darkspawn in one creature, the ultimate evil. Now you are the only power left standing. Enjoy the evening while you can, Inquisitor.
I think Dragon Age 2 is the only one that doesn't allow you to catch up with everyone after you've beaten the boss. Inquisition is more similar to Origins, where after you've beaten everything, you can catch up with everyone before ending the game.
All this pomp and ceremony can't top seeing that bastard Corypheus burn. No matter what happens to me now, I can say I was there. I helped you bring him down.
It took all of us, but we did it.
I shudder to think where we'd be without you leading us. So now that you've saved the world, what's next? Hoping to put it all back together?
Someone has to fix things. Might as well be me.
If anyone can do it, you can. If you ever need my help, you know where to find me. I'll be ready.
Yeah, that orb was plot-related. Unfortunate that we can't use it.
Am I imagining it? Or do we have a moment to breathe?
I can scarcely believe it.
The Conclave, Haven. It seems so long ago. You should hear the stories they're telling in the barracks. Pride in their voices. Some of the soldiers have requested leave to return home, but many would follow us still. You are proof that the Inquisition has made a difference, and that we will continue to do so.
Our soldiers put their trust in you, Cullen. I appreciate everything you've done.
I should be thanking you. You gave me a chance to prove myself. In your place, I'm not sure I would have done the same. I should let you mingle. I'm sure everyone desires your attention. Enjoy the party, Inquisitor.
Yeah, it's a party all right. There's food and drink and all of our friends.
So, demons, dragons, giant asshole Vint on a big magic rock. You don't let it get dull, boss. Good stuff.
You helped make it possible, Bull.
That's what they pay me for. It's weird. I joined the Inquisition under orders from the Ben Hathrath and stayed because Corypheus was an asshole. Now that it's done, I've got no orders. For the first time in my life, I can go wherever I want.
Got anywhere in mind?
If it's all the same with you.
I'm pretty good right here. Anyway, the only place I'm going tonight is back for more drinks. To us, being alive, and the bad guys not. Anan.
Man, this is still annoying. We don't even need to jump anymore.
So many people died. More still are hurting. They need help. It seems wrong to celebrate. But I want to. The part of me that's me needs to, after all this. The servants are drinking. Some of them are drinking while lying down.
I don't see any of them doing that.
Do you have any interest in joining them?
I don't know. Not now. It makes things more complicated, and I'm not ready. Someday. Maybe. What happens next? Where do we go?
For tonight, we remind the world and each other that we're alive.
Yes. Because of you. Thank you for letting me stay.
Finally got a party, yeah? A bit of fun for saving the world. It's the least Andraste's herald deserves for making things normal again. Except for, you know, everything ever again. I mean, is this for us or for her? Or, you know, him? Because I was there and I still don't know what's real.
Let the philosophers worry about that. Tonight is for celebrating.
Still some things to do yet, right? Because I'm in no hurry to go back to Valrio. That's where I was. You mind if people still stay around? Or whatever?
This is home, if you'll have it.
Shut it, you. I cry, I'm punching everyone. Alright, enough of that. Is this a party or what? Raise them for winning. Big freaking heroes, Inquisitor. All of us.
I was passing through the hall this morning and a serving girl saw me and squealed. Actually squealed, dropped her laundry and everything, such a mess. She was completely breathless. You were at the battle with the evil one, weren't you? I didn't even get a chance to answer. She hugged me. Hugged me. This is your influence.
That's what happens when you're a hero.
Is that so? Must be why it's so unfamiliar. Mind you, I can't say I hate the notion of being the good Tevinter. I suppose you can't all be evil bastards. The blacksmith said that, and he spat when we first met. I hope my father hears. He will shit his small clothes from shock, I swear.
Will you be returning to Tevinter now?
No, actually. I was thinking of sticking around. For a while.
You will?
Tevinter lacks the presence of my best and only friend. It'll keep.
Okay, it's nice to see that Iron Bull isn't the only one that's drinking.
Ugh, I should never have hired a new caterer so late.
Leave it be, Josie. Everything's fine.
It is not! I'm so sorry, nothing's quite as it should be. Do you like the drinks? I'm not sure about them.
The drinks are fine. It's been a wonderful evening.
I hope you're not just saying that. You're not, are you? What a disaster. So many was late, the invitations to our guests barely went out at all, and it was so wonderful to prepare for a small banquet instead of the end of the world. Do you know what everyone is talking about tonight, from commoners to kings? Us. Thedas is discussing the success of the Inquisition.
You played no small part in our rise to power.
You had a role yourself, if I recall correctly. Truly, we will never forget those we lost. But for tonight, to victory.
I'm glad we had the chance to go around and chat with everyone. Most other games, once you beat the final boss, there's like an ending cutscene and that's that. What happens to everybody? Hell if I know.
Enjoying the refreshments? Josephine sent all the way to the capital for the petit four.
I love tiny cakes, and there are so many. Which should I try first?
I would avoid the dark ones topped with gold dust. Deep mushroom and anise. An awful combination, but it's quite popular in Val Royeaux. I believe they call it the exquisite misery. Ole. Why did we save her again? To you, Inquisitor, for all you've done.
Hey, wait a minute. What happened to Morgan? And Vivian. Oh, hey, Varric. Didn't see him there.
I've been starting to think about putting all this into a book. Right now I'm thinking, this shit is weird, the Inquisitor Llewellyn story. It's a working title.
I'm glad you've gone back to writing.
Well, nothing's certain until it's in print. I still haven't decided if I should do this book. As if anyone will believe this story if I tell it. Not to mention, I'll have my hands full with reconstruction and relief efforts in the free marches as soon as I get back.
You should write the book.
I'll see what I can do once I get home. I'm not leaving for a while yet, though. We'll have to get in at least one game of Wicked Grace before I go. Curly needs to win back some of his dignity.
Oh, don't worry about that. I think it's supposed to be like a last name. And the writers have gone back and changed it anyway. Her first name is Lace. Lace Harding. Okay, never mind. I see Vivian, but I don't see where... Yeah, I guess Morgan has already left.
I can't believe it's over. It seemed an impossible task. Defy the Chantry, build the Inquisition from nothing, defeat a creature that would be a god. And yet here we are, celebrating.
So we should be. Defeating Corypheus was no simple task.
He was so confident of his power, he could not conceive of losing.
If he could, he would never have challenged me.
And he would have gone into hiding. Yes, it worked out far better this way. I have news from the sequester. I believe the Chantry intends to name me Divine very soon. It would not have been possible without your support and friendship. It means a great deal to me.
That's good news.
I think back to how we first met, and here you stand. You are the Inquisitor, a symbol of hope and change to so many. And you are my friend. How did that happen, I wonder? I'm pleased it did. You are a great woman, and I will always stand at your side.
Hard to think that when we first met her, she was about to kill us.
So much to do, my dear. Elections for Grand Enchanter must be held, and many of the circles lack even interim First Enchanters. It will take time, and it may not be possible to restore the history that was lost, but we will reinstate the circles. But that will wait. Are you enjoying the celebration? Josephine was in a frenzy arranging it.
As a matter of fact, I am.
This is all for you, darling. Enjoy yourself. You've earned it. Go mingle. The night is still young.
Now, I guess we can't speak with the mother. Where is Mother Giselle? Must not be here. That's another character that's missing. So Harding, Mother Giselle, and Morrigan are missing. But once we're all done here, let's head to our bedroom.
Tis said that Corypheus woke after his long slumber and found the world gone awry. He fought to bring back those days of magic and shadow, to raise himself as a god and set things right. Now, we are left with a scar in the sky to remind us of what almost was. It tells us that a great victory against chaos was won, but left the world forever changed. Consider the mighty empire of Orlais, where Empress Celine remains on her golden throne. Where once war raged, there is now a shaky peace. Orlais is resurgent, the Empress a patron of arts and culture. Many attribute this recovery to her lady love, though others wonder how long their reunion will truly last. Fortunately for Celine, her gratitude towards the Inquisition has remained strong. Some claim she clings too tightly to the Alliance. Others know it is all that stands between her and defeat. The Grey Wardens of the South slowly rebuild in the months following the events at Adamant. They declare it time for the Order to emerge from the shadows, to join the rest of humanity in fighting their ancient foes. Rumors abound that they severed ties with their leaders at Weishaupt, and that a bitter war now rages between them. What becomes of Hawke is unknown, save that all news out of Weishaupt soon ends. Does the sudden silence indicate a battle within, or something far worse? 1 month after the defeat of Corypheus, the Chantry names Cassandra as successor to the Sunburst throne. Given the name Divine Victoria, she immediately enacts reform, a new Templar order, and a new Circle of Magi. The Seekers of Truth are rededicated to their purpose of protecting the innocent. A proclamation of support for the Inquisition is issued, recognizing its service to all of Thedas. Despite her popularity, the new Divine's reforms are seen by some as going too far. The Inquisition's mages, the former rebels led by Grand Enchanter Fiona, are left with a choice. In the end, they refuse Cassandra's invitation to rejoin the Circle of Magi and instead reform the College of Enchanters as a new order. The college, they say, will allow mages of the South to gather in peace and seek new solutions to age-old problems. From the beginning, the college and the Circle have clashed, and some fear it will lead to a new war of the mages upon themselves. And what of the Inquisition itself? It has eyes and ears in every hall. No secrets are beyond its reach, and that knowledge has become the source of its power. I leave Skyhold now, knowing that power will continue to grow. The Inquisitor is a symbol to many, a leader of the changing world order. To others, she has become a target. They linger in the shadows, waiting for their day to come. When it does, the Inquisition shall stand, ready.
So originally, that was supposed to be the real ending, but with the addition of the DLCs, they did get expanded. So don't take everything that happens here as the whole truth. I don't think we're gonna sit through the entire credits here. We'll just skip through this, I think.
I knew you would come. You should not have given your orb to Corypheus, Red Wolf.
I was too weak to unlock it after my slumber. The failure was mine. I should pay the price. But the people... they need me. I am so sorry.
I am sorry as well, old friend.
Oh, we're not done yet. Not by a long shot. Yada yada yada. This game supports 50 saves across all characters. Ah, crap. Our autosave failed. That's alright. We'll make a manual save. I wonder if anyone has any new dialogue.
Divine Cassandra. No matter how many times I say it, it still sounds ridiculous. Oh, I'd hate to be anybody in the Grand Cathedral once she takes over. But yeah, if you want to go out and find some trouble, I'm up for it.
We're gonna take one final round. Solas has since left our party. Going forward, he will not be part of our party any longer. It's tough to give the game a review right now because we're not done yet.
It will be interesting. A divine likely to punch heretics in the face. It will be difficult to return to Tevinter after all this. I have a good friend here. You don't find those just lying about. Such is my lot. Just a little longer then.
Plus, if you really want to find like a review of our time here with this game, look back through all of our videos and check the description, because I write like mini reviews on our progress through the story and the game so far.
Greetings again, Inquisitor. I trust everything is well with the mages?
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security, although who knows for how long.
I'll leave you to it.
Here is the request, Solas.
There are no new cutscenes here, but we'll take the time to check out everyone's new dialogue.
Cassandra is still trying to adjust to her new title. In time, I'm sure she will settle in. Likely with luck and a steady supply of things to hit. I am here.
Once you've beaten the game, your advisors and characters have no more questions to ask. Another reason why you should get all of that done before beginning the last fight.
It's hard to imagine Cassandra sitting through her coronation, let alone acting as divine. She put her faith in me. I will gladly put my faith in her now.
Let's continue with everyone else.
There you are. I heard about the new divine. Having Cassandra on the throne will go a long way to calming things down. I just hope she'll curb her habit of punching everything she doesn't like. Now, what's next for us? I stand ready, as always, Inquisitor.
It's hard to believe that we made her Pope.
These orders may take some time.
I mean, you could still have the option to have Leliana, your spy master, become Pope.
Your worship.
And since Leliana was part of the Chantry before, I mean, that option would work just as well.
Andraste's grace, tell me that you need me to come with you. I need to hit something with my sword, repeatedly.
I take it the Sunburst throne isn't everything it's cracked up to be.
I'm not divine, yet. The clerics are drowning me in preparations for my coronation. I must meet with everyone individually to hear their concerns. Their concerns are endless and petty. Every old grudge is now mine to solve. Yet I can do nothing until after the coronation. It is maddening. Give me a reason to travel with you. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
I didn't know about this. Well, we kind of need her still for some DLC stuff. So let's ask her to come along.
If that's what you want, by all means. I'd love to have you back.
Thank the Maker. I will tell them it's an emergency. Inquisition business. Let them run about in a panic without me for a while. Better than my accidentally throttling someone. Let's go, before someone shows up to tell me I can't.
In my original playthrough, I chose Leliana, and Leliana can't join you as a party member anyway.
Hello, Inquisitor.
That's why that was new to me.
Inquisitor?
We'll talk later.
Thank you.
I hear your mages are looking to start a whole separate college of enchanters. Be interesting to see if they can avoid pissing everyone off this time. What's more important is there are still rifts out there spawning demons. I'm ready to kick some ass whenever you are.
I thought we sealed them all.
Sit. Inquisitor.
As you were.
Inquisitor.
Tell her.
Inquisitor, you won. We all won. And I am honored I was part of it.
We all are. But with things winding down, Cullen's got more than enough troops.
It's time for us to go. We've eyes on a keep of our own. Starting a freehold. Maybe even titles. You know, rising up. Like you did. Just like you.
You've turned into fine people. I'm the one who's honored, who's proud.
Don't. You'll start him crying.
Are you kidding? This is the best day of my life. Every day is the best day. Your worship, it's been an honor. It's been incredible.
Good for Sutherland.
It's been an honor. It's been an honor.
I'll keep an eye out. Thank you. You practice that charger well.
Not only did we create our own organization, we also helped jumpstart someone else's.
Hey.
Any problems?
As if. There's not much left we haven't punched in the face. Not like Cassandra, right? Wearing the big hat now. Lots of people for her to be angry at. I'm staying, though. You find fun often enough. I'm not sure where else I'd be.
Yeah, he is a bit of a missed opportunity. I mean, if they added Lace Harding to this next game, why didn't they add him?
Could be better.
Also, why can't we speak to Cole here? Let me save and reload.
I'm sorry, Cole, but with your gift, I fear that you might see the path I now must walk in solitude forever. This fate is mine alone. Indeed, I would not wish it on an enemy, much less someone that I once cared for. Though you reach out in compassion, I must now insist that you forget. I'm... What were we talking about? I'm ready to help people when you are. There are still people who need help. I'm ready.
So in the process of helping Cole and his spirit, Cole is becoming more Cole, and his spirit is slowly being forgotten. He has officially become a real boy.
Yes?
I think that only leaves Vivian. I think we have about spoken to everyone else. And also the last section here. Notice all the murals are completed. This one doesn't look complete. It's as if someone was interrupted right before it was done and colored. Now, what is this? Looks kind of like a dragon, but I don't think it is. And it's reaching towards a sword. I wonder. Also, we can discuss more about Solas later. Not right now.
If you require any assistance. Cassandra is not settling into her new role with any grace, but that's hardly a surprise. She'll perform admirably as divine, I have no doubt. Cassandra is not settling into her new role with any grace, but that's hardly...
We heard you the first time.
We'll speak...
Oh, and hey, they haven't left yet.
Greetings, Inquisitor.
like to know more about you.
If you have questions, then ask.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Of course.
I don't think they're supposed to be here, but in case you were missing them, there they are.
You have healed the sky and cast down a great darkness, Inquisitor. Whatever political squabbles follow your work, I hope you hold on to those facts. I know I will. Inquisitor?
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
How are our forces at Skyhold doing?
With most of the Inquisition forces still at the Temple of Mythal, it is surprisingly quiet. When your army returns, that will change soon enough. Soon, even Skyhold will be filled to bursting with believers coming to join the Inquisition. I have spoken with Ambassador Montillier. It will be tight.
We've heard that already.
Food and work for
I am at your service. Another time, Inquisitor.
That has been everyone, right? Cassandra, Sarah, Dorian, Blackwall, Cole. Actually, did we speak to Blackwall? Let me double check, just in case. Don't worry though, we don't have to run too much. We'll just fast travel back.
What's to come, I wonder? My guess, a plague of bees.
Don't forget we got a jar full of them. Oh, Blackwall? Never mind then. Sometimes I end up losing my train of thought as I'm trying to recount every single thing. No, if you say we've spoken to him already, then never mind.
So Lady Pentagast will take the Sunburst throne. Cassandra will guide the Chantry back to what she considers its roots, curbing its worst excesses. She will be an unusually forthright divine, however.
I can't wait to see how Cassandra takes to leadership.
I've no doubt she will lead, Inquisitor. I wish her well. She has no easy task ahead. A fine day, isn't it?
And with that, let us take a quick preview of what's going to happen next. Everything's already finished. However, hang on here. I'm going to make a quick save just in case I screw something up here. Oh, okay. Never mind then. With as many characters as we have to talk to, it's easy to lose track of everyone. Okay. Once you've finished up the main story, you're free to go tackle anything else that you want to. If you have the DLC installed, you can now investigate.
Cassandra more solemn than usual.
Lady Pentagast only contemplates what awaits the next divine.
You know Cassandra hates being called Lady Pentagast.
I look forward to seeing Divine Victoria's reaction to the ceremony around her inauguration.
It's fairly big. I'll have to get back to you with the numbers on that, but it's bigger than you might expect. Actually, hang on, let me just take a look at the app. I should be able to pull up the numbers for you. It's about 61 gigs with DLC included. Probably less if you don't have it installed. Alright. Here is the roadmap for our future adventures. We have not done the Jaws of Hakan, and we have not investigated the deep roads either. We're going to do this one first, and this one next, in that order. And then, once we're finished with those two, then we can do this. Now you might be wondering, why do we have another operation? Well, this is not an operation. This is the final DLC and the continuation of the story. If you begin the final DLC, this will permanently lock off all other areas and plots, and it's also going to jump 2 years forward after the end of the main story. There is absolutely no going back, meaning that Skyhold will be locked off forever. You cannot do anything further besides the events of this final DLC. Do not try to go forward with this unless you have done everything else. With the Frostback Basin and the Deep Roads, they act as new regions. They don't lock you off of anything. You can tackle these in whichever order you wish, but I'm going to do them in the order that they were released. And the file sizes may be kind of small because this is a 2014 game after all. Plus it came out before the PS4 Pro was out, and there is no PS4 Pro patch. So what's going on in the Frostback Basin? To Ambassador Josephine Montelier, thank you so much for your earlier correspondence. I confess it's been difficult to get those in Orlais to take this discovery seriously in light of recent events. But I am positive that scouting the Frostback Basin will yield historic discoveries beneficial to both the academic field and the Inquisition. As a staunch supporter, I am honored to be working in such great company on this historic occasion. Yours most sincerely, Professor Brom Kenrick. We will go to the Frostback Basin and investigate. We've scouted the region and set up camp. Professor Kenrick has the scouts gathering anything they can find. So far, we've uncovered a lot of very old buckles. Hopefully this yields something more exciting. Anyone who comes here should be ready for hostile wildlife and angry Avar. This place is dangerous. Also, notice how earlier... Well, it doesn't say right now, but earlier there is a recommended level of 20. There are a lot of good items in this region. And it's probably set to be that high because it's supposed to discourage people from jumping straight into the DLC straight from the get-go. Oh crap. I forgot, Solas is no longer in our party. I wonder if we can recover his items, because if not, then we're going to have to dupe some more stuff and give them over to Dorian over here. Plus, there's the issue of his accessories as well. Oh man, that's going to be a headache. I hope I didn't overwrite that previous save, because I might have to just run through the boss battle again.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Allow me to introduce Professor Bram Kenrick. He's the reason we're out here.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Worship.
Professor Kenrick teaches at the University of Orlais.
I came on an exchange program from Starkhaven. While in Val Royeaux, I found something incredible. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor.
The texts say that Inquisitor Emeridin was a dragon hunter who vanished on his last expedition.
Yes, precisely. I see you've read Lautrec's Precursors to the Chantry. Inquisitor Emeridin stepped down shortly before the Nevarran Accord brought the Seekers of Truth into the Chantry. He hunted demons, dragons, and dangerous apostates in a time before Templars even existed.
I'm all for history if it means tracking down the equipment of a famous demon hunter.
Scout Harding, you had me at equipment.
Thought you might like that.
Your scouts have gathered artifacts from the area. They may help us discover what Inquisitor Emeridin was doing.
I have news as well. We've encountered hostile Avar to the north. They call themselves the Jaws of Hakon. There's also an Avar hold to the east. Unlike the Jaws of Hakon, they've been friendly so far.
The Jaws of Hakon?
They're hostile Avar who attack any Inquisition agents or researchers who get close. We've sent soldiers for defense, but the Hakonites are cunning, merciless, and know the basin better than we do. I'm afraid our men will not be able to hold out long.
I think I prefer Hakon over Hakon.
I thought we could catch up.
What's on your mind?
We'll continue this another time.
Be careful out there.
Okay, as far as our inventory goes, please tell me that What's-His-Face didn't keep all of his gear. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I might have to reload and redo this final battle. Dang it. Oh well, that's an issue for another time. Maybe we can still... I don't know. I wonder if Solas's gear is still available here. Oh, how did I overlook that thing? I think that's something I ended up fixing in my first playthrough. No, I guess not. Well, that kind of sinks. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and reload and do all of that in my spare time. I'll save you guys the heartache. For now, that's going to be it. Next time when we come back, we will tackle the Jaws of Hakon. Alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the ending to Dragon Age Inquisition. But worry not, if you still want more, there is the DLC that we need to run through. And then not long after that, in October, by Halloween, we'll have the sequel. And we can finally learn what happened to Solas in the end. So if you're currently watching this on YouTube, please like the video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Share the video and subscribe. If you have missed out on our entire playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition, check out the playlist. But stick around, we still have more content to come. And if you want to see more videos from us, hit up our channel. I just started a brief playthrough of God of War 3 Remastered, so make sure to stay tuned for more of that. If you're over on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as the odd giveaway we run from time to time. Check out the pinned post for more information, or hit up our hashtag LunarlightVault. If you'd like to help sponsor our channel, you can drop a tip in our tip jar at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. The link will always be posted down below later, but if not, don't worry about it. Please continue watching our content and also subscribe. Follow us at our backup channel at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames, and don't forget to hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to get updates as soon as they're made available, or to catch whenever we go live. That is going to be it for tonight. I think we might be taking a couple days off from this game just to catch up on a couple of other things. I think we've been leaving our farm in Stardew Valley unattended for quite a while, so we'll try to get back on track with that. Maybe play some other odd games here and there, and we will be back with this maybe sometime on the weekend. For now, take care, and we'll see you guys again in the next session. Have a great night.